What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 2022 NFL Draft for the
We
Miami
finally pulled this
Dolphins.
off. We've been going back and forth with this for
You're
the better
muted.
part of what, 2 hours?
You're muted, buddy.
I'm muted. I am muted. You told me to put this.
I told you to mute yourself before, right before. Oh, there you go.
I'm no longer muted. All right. As I was saying, but nobody heard. We've been going at this for the best part of 2 hours to try to get on. We have an issue here where they have like a giant speaker right behind our head, and it's like blasting right into our eardrums. So we have to fix our ambient sound issues. But who cares? We're live here at the 2022 NFL Draft.
85. Now there's a trade at 86 with the Tennessee Titans. That's where we are here in Las Vegas. So, Matt, what do you make of this round? Because we're not going to talk about tomorrow because, I mean, tomorrow they might not even have a pick tomorrow. So what do you make of what's happened today? Because Nakobe Dean just went a couple of picks ago, and he was expected to be a first-round pick. What did you make of what's happened here today?
Yeah. So my understanding is obviously that he declined to get shoulder surgery, right? So basically that's why he dropped. So he might not even play the entire uh, year at all. So kind of a big risk. A lot of teams took it as a red flag for him not to get the surgery and opt out of it. So I mean, we'll see what happens with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik Willis, still waiting on him. Desmond Ritter went before him. Desmond Ritter went to the Falcons, I believe. Nobody had that. At least I don't think that anybody had that. So we're just waiting here on the pick for the Miami Dolphins. We're at pick at 86. Dolphins pick at 102 and 125. I'm good. Yeah. So we're trying to solve our issues right here on the air. You know, another team got a pick today that kind of really completes their draft. Jets has had a monster draft, haven't they? What? The problem is not solved. They're saying I'm low. I'm picking up a lot of noise in the back. Mike, am I picking up a lot of noise in the back? Okay, Justice Segura says that I sound fine. Oh my, Donna Ponte's on the screen. And there you have it. Ryan Tannehill now has competition for quarterback. Malik Willis goes to Tennessee. I know Chris Kaufman really liked him. Hopefully, we're going to try to have Chris Kaufman here. He should have no issues whatsoever with audio. On the other end, we are like I said, we're battling here with a giant speaker right behind us. Yeah,
This
this
has
has
been an absolute disaster.
It's been tough for us.
Mostly
not
not.
of our doing. Okay, most of it has to do with a giant speaker right behind us and certain presenters screaming into microphones. that tend to blow out ears. But we're gonna try to, we're gonna try to push through at least to pick 102, and if not, then we'll just have reaction tomorrow. But as we wait here, I guess we could move on to what the Jets have done. You could say that the Jets have gotten a top three prospect at three different positions. All right, let's do a complete overview of what they've done here. All right, I'm moving on to see their picks. All right, now I wasn't a huge fan of Sauce Gardner, but I like Trent McDuffie best. But he's obviously a top three prospect at the cornerback position in this draft. He could easily be, a huge hit. Garrett Wilson was the number one rated wide receiver on many, many draft boards. In my opinion, Chris Olave is actually better. Jermaine Johnson, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's a hell of an edge rusher. He should be a great pick. And Brees Hall is a guy that everybody had as the number one running back coming out. In my opinion, Isaiah Spiller is probably a little bit better, but I'm just nitpicking here. These four guys that the Jets have taken today could make for pretty much an epic draft because all four of those guys were at least in the top three in most draft boards. So you got to feel that the Jets have done a wonderful job, really.
Yeah, I feel like the Jets. I'm not gonna say the Jets picked all amazing players, but they definitely filled their spots. They're gonna be set for a little while. They can always upgrade if they want, but they've covered up holes for a pretty good while. So I think they really hit on. I think they hit on pretty much on everything.
What did you make of that Cardinals trade yesterday? Trading 23 for Hollywood Brown? Like that's a severe overpay when you see that all of these wide receivers are going for the.
In that little area, right?
If you if I leave my mic unmuted, you guys hear out twice. Let us know. If not, I'll just leave it unmuted the whole time. But what was that you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying that. What do you make of the Cardinals trading pick 23 yesterday for Hollywood Brown? I think it's a severe overpay, right?
Yeah, that was an overpay. They definitely got fleeced on that one.
Yeah, if you think about it, all these wide receivers that we were talking about, they were all available, and they're all available around that area. Now, I will say this: I have a little list going here, and guys are just flying off of this list, especially at the linebacker position. Okay, Tindall's still there from Georgia. He makes a lot of sense for the Dolphins at 102 if he makes it there. The guy that makes the most sense for the Dolphins if he makes it there is Zach Tom. They talked about him. They brought him in for a visit. I believe they even, I don't know if they took him aside at the Senior Bowl, but I believe they did. Although every team did speak to everybody at the Senior Bowl. Zach Tom is a guy that, you know, maybe he's competition for Michael Dieter. If not, he's absolutely competition at right guard for Robert Hunt, and maybe Robert Hunt moves to right tackle. So,
Yeah, I think that pick for us is. I would like to see something in the lineman. Um,
well, I'll say this: Chris Kaufman was saying on the OnlyFans thread on the OnlyFans Discord, which you could join OnlyFans for $3 a month. You can check it out on our 3 Yards Per Carry Twitter account. That Abraham Lucas and Raymond were both dropping and were worth, I guess, reaching into your bag of picks from last year to try to get into that third round and try to take one of the two. Because one of the two could have represented a starter at right tackle. So, absolutely. I think that those two guys made a lot of sense. To be completely honest with you, I don't think that there's a tackle left that I would trade up for or even target at this point. I think it's all about the running backs. I think it's Rashad White here strong. Those are the guys I really like. Isaiah Spiller is still on the board. So, imagine that.
Yeah,
but Zach Tom, I think could come in and play center and take over for Michael Dieter. So that's another guy to watch, I think.
What's the bigger position of need though for us, center or right tackle?
Right tackle, but I just don't think that there is anything right now. But if you bring in Zach Tom, maybe Zach Tom can play right guard, and then Robert Hunt moves to right tackle.
I mean, we definitely have to see. What would you say was your the worst pick yesterday?
Wow, the worst pick? Look, I really like Cole Strange. I think he's a really nice player, but only Bill Belichick can take a guy from University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, 29th overall, and everybody calls him a genius. Okay, so that was a terrible, terrible pick, I would say. I think it was a reach. He could be a good player though. He could be a good player. So. Now we have Kyle Brandt putting on a show on the stage, wearing Bills gear. Buffalo Bill fans have not been this excited since like 1994. Kyle Brandt is saying this is the most important pick in the entire round because it's going to be the one that's going to win the Super Bowl this coming year. I don't know if I like these shows that everybody's putting on the stage. Do you like it or not?
No, I actually got to say I don't like it. I kind of want to just move on, pick our guy, and
I got to know why you got to give a speech, right?
Yeah.
I will say this: The Miz, okay, of WWE, got onto the stage, started screaming, and almost blew out my eardrums through the microphone. Like I don't know. I would have probably had to sue Mike The Miz. All right, after that. I don't know. You know what? I usually like my fun with football. I don't like this. Why do you have to get up there and scream for half an hour over what? It's a third round pick. Well, we're at pick 89 now. Just 13 more picks to go. Okay? So we got to vamp for 13 more picks. Is Chris Kaufman anywhere on the way? Is he backstage?
He's not backstage. But did you see the Titans pick with James? What was his name? James O'Day or something like that. He's the head. He was like the lead actor in the show Psych. You ever watch Psych?
No.
All right, Psych was a pretty funny show, and he went up there and he said, with the 69th pick,
Nice. At least it wasn't probably. Please don't have. You know the worst thing that can happen in this draft? If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the 69th pick and they sent Rob Gronkowski up there to make the pick for them. That would be something.
I don't think that would be the worst thing.
What is he going to say up there?
I feel like he's gotten a little bit more mellow, no?
Is Rob Gronkowski mellow? I don't think so.
I think he's mellowed out a little bit. I think the worst thing he's doing now is selling Manscaped.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the worst thing he's doing.
Yeah, and now the NFL is going to do an in memoriam for Darryl LaMonica, the Matt Bomber quarterback. Chris Kaufman just sent me a text. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Hold on.
So, we're just going to vamp here until pick 102.
Yes, do it. Let's do it. We are going to have a live reaction.
All right, so who do you want? I got my list here. In fact, I got to scratch some people out. That's Chad Moma. I thought he was going to make it.
You know, I want to take the best available. I think at 102.
It's probably going to be Zach Tom.
That's what you do, Zach Tom.
This, man, if they really want to get their own running back, okay, they want to pick their own running back. Rashad White makes so much sense. So much sense.
Hey, let me ask you, would you actually take Isaiah Spiller?
Man, Isaiah Spiller is probably a better running back. But Rashad White is the better defense, you know what I mean? But yeah, if Isaiah Spiller's there, like, what do you do? Like,
yeah.
You got to do it. You got to take him, right?
Like,
I would say that. And now Wayne Newton is going to make the next selection. Let's hope he's not going to be screaming into the microphone. And it's pick 90. It's the Raiders. All right, Dylan Parham is the guy that was on. He was on my list as far as one of the guards that the Dolphins possibly could have looked at. So very highly rated, by the way, on Simon's draft guide. I believe he had him the third ranked guard in this draft. So at 90, I guess he would have been a steal if he would have made it to 102. You're getting a top 5 talent at his position, according to Simon Clancy. So
there's something that we don't know about Isaiah Spiller. Like, I'm just thinking about it right now.
it has to be, right? Like, look, Nicole Dean, we didn't know about that shoulder injury thing, right? And now we do. So maybe Isaiah Spiller has a medical? He has a medical issue? Because I don't think there's anything else wrong with him. Brent bit a wing as he announced the Bills pick.
All right.
So we're going back with what happened in the first round. We were trying to place the first 5 players over and over again. We kind of got them, right? But we got them all. No, you got them. But we kind of had the right 5.
Yeah.
Just not in the order. The Jaguars actually did go for Walker.
Yeah.
And they didn't let Detroit do the stupid thing. This time, the Jaguars did the stupid thing, and Detroit did the smart thing and took Aiden Hutchinson.
I think there's a power struggle going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars right now, where the owner wants to say what he wants, the GM wants to say what he wants, and you have a coach who wants to say what he wants. And the GM just said, I'm the GM, I'm going to do whatever I want, and ended up with Walker. I think it comes down to it. Because, like, there were reports that all 3 of them wanted different players.
Yeah.
And GM got what he wanted at the end
I
of the day.
will say this. The mock drafts out there, they're all getting smoked. But this is going to be a very, very difficult year. This is going to be an impossible year. There's also, like, look, now that he's on the screen, I can see it. By the way, Deebo Samuel will be here today at the draft. He will answer some questions today. There's a rumor going around on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a rumor going around that he is going to sign an extension with the San Francisco 49ers. So that will put an end to all of that. Although we did have, like, we had an inkling that he was not going to accept the trade to the Jets. And if he wasn't going to accept the trade to the Jets, you know, the 49ers weren't going to trade him anywhere else. Okay? Because there's reason to believe that the Jets did offer the 10th overall pick. And if that can't get a deal done, then nothing will get a deal done.
All right.
Now we're in the press room. This is nothing like it was yesterday, right? Matt?
Oh, it was packed. It was packed yesterday. I guess people don't care about picks.
Yeah, people don't care about the second round. Some of the people have been leaving. Meanwhile, you know, we're here, we're waiting for pick 102.
All right, I got some trivia. Or you want me to wait for trivia later?
Give us trivia.
All right, let's see.
We got 12 picks to kill here.
We had 5 defensive players who were selected with the first 5 selections in the 2022 NFL Draft. This was the second time since 1967 that each of the first selections were from the defensive side of the ball. Do you know what other year in the NFL?
No.
1991.
Wow.
That was an NFL record of the first 6 players selected were defensive side. That's some pretty cool stuff here. Here, let's do another one.
I gotta say, Baltimore having Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Linderbaum, it does look different when you see it on the screen, right? Baltimore had a hell of a draft.
Baltimore, yeah, I was kind of jealous with the Tyler Linderbaum thing. According to Lamar Jackson, his WTF tweet was not about Linderbaum.
It shouldn't be. It was about he says that it was about his best friend on the team being traded, Hollywood Brown.
Well,
But it shouldn't be about Linderbaum. Linderbaum's one of the cleanest prospects there is anywhere, or has been anywhere. Not a Ponte's back.
all right, let's go to Tampa Bay get.
Damn it.
Rashad White.
Well, there you have it.
We're gonna have to take Isaiah Spiller, which shouldn't be a bad thing.
As you can see right here, look,
Use your camera. What are you doing?
that's my board right here. I'm crossing guys out, and I got 2 running backs left.
Did you know that?
Strong, Isaiah Spiller.
Did you know that 9 teams selected multiple players yesterday in the first round?
I know that there was 10 teams that didn't make a pick yesterday, right?
Was it 10 teams? I don't know. All I saw was 9 teams made multiple first round picks.
Yeah, which had to mean that 10 teams didn't, right? I don't know. See if you can find out how many teams did not make a pick yesterday.
I will probably have a hard time doing that. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They picked 19.
I will say one thing about Rashad White. His comparison is one that will make a lot of people giggle. His comparison to Kellen Balazs. Okay? But people got to remember what Kellen Balazs was coming out of Arizona State. Big, fast, physical, strong, skilled, especially in the passing game. Something happened to him when he came to the pros and he didn't become a very good pass receiver.
Oh, I got a tribute to you that you might actually get.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what the Packers get.
All right, hit me.
All right, let's see. So, Ohio State wide receivers Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave were selected with consecutive picks, right?
Yeah.
The last time that this happened, same college and same position, was what year?
Could have been
With
Andre
consecutive
Johnson
picks.
and Tindall.
No. I'll give you a hint. 1997, Miami, Florida. In UM.
1997.
UM.
Okay, so it was 1997.
2 players, and I'll give.
Reggie Wayne.
No, I'm going to give you another hint.
Oh, boy.
Defensive end, 1997.
1997, defensive end.
Consecutive picks,
University of Miami.
University of Miami. Is it University of Miami?
No, I think one was a tackle and one was a defensive tackle.
No, it says right here.
Wasn't it Vince Wilfork?
Kennard
Carey?
Lang went number 17 with Washington.
Oh, boy.
And then right after, Kenny Holmes went 18 to Tennessee.
Yeah, neither one was very good in the pros. Okay, that's why I forgot.
Crap team. Oh, man.
What is going on now on this stage?
These picks are going pretty quick now. Oh, this guy's a streamer.
Dr. Disrespect?
How do you know about him?
I've heard about him.
Look, everybody else plays video games now. Oh, he doesn't
No, I
play.
just know his name. I know he's like a big deal.
He's very disrespectful, apparently.
So he's one of these guys. So where did he get the name? Is he one of these guys that when you're playing against him, he calls you a bunch of names and stuff?
I don't know. Probably. I don't really watch him. I know he makes a hell of a lot of money playing video games, though.
This is interesting. Tyrion Davis Price just went for LSU. Like, what's going on with Isaiah Spiller? Did Isaiah Spiller get taken and we don't know about it?
You know, we have to ask Simon about this. You have to ask Simon about this.
There has to be something going on.
Wasn't that his number 1 running back?
Yeah.
And he
He
did
was
not.
my number 1 running back.
And he did not know about this.
Well, I gotta see. I'll ask him. Actually, look, I got him on my phone. I'll ask him first.
Tell him to come in.
What happened?
Tell him to come in.
Oh, he can't.
Oh.
He's gonna go to bed with him. Let me see if he's doing that. I'll text him. What is going on with Isaiah Spiller?
Does anybody have any favorite picks that they want to talk about? Not that the Miami Dolphins had anything. or a player that they really wanted?
Okay, I just asked a question. What is going on with Isaiah Spiller? Let's see what comes back on the other end.
We'll see what happens. Again.
Bonito, Chavo. Where did John Mechie go? By the way, see if you can pull that up. Or has he even gone?
Where did who?
John Mechie, Alabama.
The Texans.
Got him in the second round?
Yeah.
Yeah, they traded up to number 44 to select John Mechie as the pick. John Mechie is a guy that coming into the season was considered maybe the best wide receiver in the entire class. The problem with John Mechie is that when you look at him, he's a smallish type of wide receiver, and he doesn't have the blatant speed that a Chris Olave has, as an example. So I guess that's why he dropped into the second round.
I got a question for you.
Huh?
You like Chris Olave better?
Yes, I wanted the Dolphins to take him at 29. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen.
But you like him better than Garrett Wilson?
Yes.
Right? Why?
He was always the better route runner. Yeah, we know he has more speed. And the production was there all throughout his career. You know, Garrett Wilson, yeah, he had an IQ. But, you know, I like Chris Olave. Chris Olave checks way more boxes than Garrett Wilson did. I don't get why they were flip-flopped. Like, I would have had it the other way around. You know? But if you think about it, last year, how did most people have the two Alabama wide receivers? Most people had Anthony Smith number one, and they had Jalen Waddle number two, right? Devonta Smith, I mean. That Devonta Smith number one, and they had Jalen Waddle number two out of Alabama. That Jamar Chase over both of them, right? But how did they really turn out? What would have happened had Jalen Waddle not gotten injured earlier in the season? Maybe he wins the Heisman, and maybe Devonta Smith does that. I think this is pretty much the same situation. This is pretty much the same exact situation in this case. All right. I guess the schedule comes out on the 13th. That's something else.
I'm still interested on this Isaiah Spiller thing. If you don't know what's happening with him, not knowing that a bunch of teams have let him fall, they passed on him, would you still want him?
Well, you got to trust your own research, right? Like you got your own medical people. I'm pretty sure that they checked in on him. Like they have to know something about it and about what's going on with it. Gotta stretch on a few guys here. I'm officially out on the entire wide receiver class as of right now. It was extremely deep, but there was just such a run on wide receivers. Panthers are making a selection at number 94.
New England Patriots have traded the 94th pick to the Carolina Panthers. With the 94th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Matt Corral.
Wow, they took Matt Corral. We saw him on the field on the Play 60 event, Matt, right? What was my comment when I saw him? He looked like he was 12 years old.
Yeah, you did say that. On the field full of men, he looked like a kid.
Yeah, he looked like a little kid. Like he looked like the equipment manager. Now it didn't help that he was about 30 feet away from Charles Cross and Jordan Davis. You know, so those two guys are just moving buildings. Yeah. But we shall see. You know, Matt Corral. You know, it's breaking the mold. It's breaking the mold really good to have a guy like this go here. Like here, you're basically saying, yeah, we are going to develop him.
What do we know about Matt Corral? RPO. That's his game, right?
Well, yeah, he's a big arm, kind of a gunslinger, really good athlete. You know, like look at that move. Look at that. If you're watching it on NFL Network, you can see him. He makes some throws that are completely NFL throws. But he is smallish. He has been injured, and usually that's what happens. If you're injured in college, you're smallest, and that's why you get injured in college, you're going to get injured in the NFL. It's interesting that, that Baker Mayfield is still a Cleveland Brown.
What if,
That is odd.
right?
Like I would have thought they would have gotten him off their books already. But I think this is another spot here where he could have gone to Carolina, but now he's not going here. Are we going to see something like Baker Mayfield get traded for like 2 fourth round picks or something like that?
I was going to ask you that. Yeah, like now that these teams have spent their 3rd round picks, do you think that it means 4th round picks? 6th, 5th and 6th.
Yeah,
Can they get that back?
If I'm Cleveland, like, really, am I going to accept the 4th round pick? But the thing is that, what are you going to do with them?
They tip their hands.
You're not going to tell them, like, look, our quarterback might be suspended for half the year. I need you to come in and help us out here and help us win games. But then we're going to throw you in the trash weekend. Right? So, I think it's too hard of an ask.
I think
All right, the Bengals are making a pick here at 95.
I think they tip their hand. They don't have a choice. Everybody knows that he's not going to sit there and play for them, and they can't. How's the money right now with both of them on? They can't afford it. They have nothing going their way.
Dolphins are only 7 picks away. That's a nice player out of Florida. That's the guy I also had on my list. They're all going right now. Like Zachary Carter's the guy that I had tagged as a guy that you could have brought in, and he could have helped. He could have helped, like, kick in some guys inside into 3-tech because Zachary Carter can also play 5-tech. I like him a lot. Like, he would have been a perfect fit for Miami. So now he goes to Cincinnati. It's not a similar system, but I'm pretty sure that they have a use for a guy that can play 3-tech, 5-tech. Zachary Carter's a hell of a player. That's a nice pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, next option on the board, and I guess if I had to call it right now, there's a pick in from the Colts at 96. If I had to call it right now, 102, Zach Thomas there, you got to take it. You just got to take it.
Who said I look like Charles Barkley? Somebody just said I look like Charles Barkley.
You look like Charles Barkley.
Yeah. Is that a compliment or is that an insult?
Is this a thing now? Donald Ponce can make all these things?
Yo, Ben, can you show me a picture of what you look like? No, I'm going at this guy. He just said I look like Charles Barkley. Ben, show me a picture of what you look like.
Next class. No opinion, really. I have no opinion. Look, let's talk about another thing. If the Dolphins go to the podium at 102 and turn in the card, and the card says Jeremy Rucker, tight end, Ohio State, are you mad?
Yes.
You're mad?
I don't want any more tight ends.
But that could mean that's Mike Gesicki's replacement.
I don't want any more tight ends.
You wouldn't be taking
Hunter Long should be Mike Gesicki's replacement.
Maybe they're collecting them.
No, we don't need to collect players. Like, I'm not into that. Like, I want to win, right? Like, you're not going to say that would be a horrible pick?
He's a nice player, though.
Oh, my God. But why do you want to collect nice players when we have holes?
Do we have holes?
Center, right tackle.
Center a hole. They don't think the center's a hole. Remember, they touched bases with J.C. Treader, and nothing came about it.
Okay, how about
which means that the Dolphins weren't really willing to move.
If
you have a hole, you have the hole at right tackle.
Last year, they didn't think that their left tackle was a hole, or their right tackle was a hole.
Yeah, they were a black hole.
Or their left guard was a hole.
It was the end of the world for those guys.
I don't care what they think anymore.
Yeah, but they fixed all that. You gotta feel pretty good about what you have there now.
Look, I agree with Johnny Be Good. I'm willing to collect good offensive linemen only. That's a position that I would like to collect.
By the way, people can hear me.
Yeah, let us know. Can everybody hear Alfredo Arteaga?
Yeah, if you can hear me, that'd be awesome. Because now I've been going on and on and on for like 20 straight minutes. Just saying nobody heard. Not that it was brilliant analysis, right?
Yeah, they said yes. All right, but look, that's a good comment right there by Johnny as well. Dieter can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he couldn't stay healthy last year. That's the problem. And there's a position that you need a guy to be reliable. It has to be the center. You need a guy that's going to be reliable because you cannot. Because it's very hard to carry a capable backup at center. It's just like every team will have one, and usually when that guy plays, you have an issue. Dolphins last year were actually pretty lucky that they used Greg Mance, and Greg Mance was fine as a backup. But maybe that's just a reflection on Michael Dieter. Maybe Michael Dieter wasn't so good, and then when Greg Mance came in, there wasn't much of a drop off.
Okay.
You know.
Let's see if we can dive into running backs that are available. Do we know what's available running back?
Well, the obvious part is that they have Phillips, but Pierre Strong is a perfect team. You know, outside of that, I'm talking about pick 102. Outside of that, you're going to the bottom. You're going to the bottom of the barrel, really. You're just gonna take shots, which they might anyway. You know, but as far as top 100 pick, or the Dolphins pick 102, man, I say Thriller and Pierre Strong are still there. I like both. I'm fine with both. But I'd really be happy with. Look, Tindall would be a very good pick. I want to. He just would be. Okay, you get to get a Georgia defender. That's what everybody wants, right? And of course, Zach Tom would be a fabulous pick as well. So they have an opportunity. Now, do they go after an edge player? You got a Jabo and you got Bonito still out there? Unless they got taken, see if.
Is Cameron Harris still available? Would you take him?
That's good. Wow. You know what? That is a good call by you. In fact, I'm going to put him on my list.
Add him to the list.
You're talking about University of Miami running back, right? Cam Harris?
Yeah, Cameron Harris.
Yeah.
UM.
Yes. I've forgotten about him. That's another guy I had on my list. I just put him on my list. If they're going to take a running back, I don't mind. Look, I don't mind any of those three guys. Pierre Strong, Isaiah Spiller, Cameron Harris. Any of those three. It's a home run pick. It's a guy that will play this coming in. And that's what you want. All right, Detroit is making a pick here at 97. So we are 5 picks away.
What would you choose, Zach Tom or one of those running backs?
Well, look, Zach Tom can start at center right away. And if he doesn't start at center, maybe you can play him at right guard and you move Robert Hunt to the right tackle. He elevates the offensive line. He really does.
I feel like the more we talk about it, the more Zach Tom seems like it's the way to go.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes the most sense. Now let's see what the Detroit Lions do here. They're in need of an interior offensive lineman. No opinion on Kirby Joseph. This is not the greatest safety class, I would say. And that's something you don't want to see when they put the comparison to say Kirby Joseph struggles with the run. As safety, not for me.
Yeah, the more I look into Zach Tom, I think that's the way I want to go.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt's a lot of fun, but Jesus Christ, that was a lot. All right, the Washington Commanders are making a pick here at 98. So we are 4 picks away. And yeah, it still says MIA there, 4 picks away. So we haven't traded it.
Luis Franco says the Dolphins are drafting a safety. Who are we kidding here? If we got a safety out.
All right, Marvin St. Louis says Daniel Falele. They're running white zone. You know, you really want a big lumbering right tackle.
in a white zone system. Not a good fit. Maybe he's going to be a good player, but he's not a good fit. And here's another one. Brian Robinson out of Alabama. That's a hell of a running back, power back. Not necessarily a great fit for Miami. And that's why I did not have him on my list. But he's a fabulous player. He's a fabulous player. And of course, there's something to be said about, you know, forget the fit. He's just a great player, right? Just take him. So, a lot of good running backs. There's been kind of a run here on running backs. The Dolphins want one. They got 3 that are perfect fits for their team.
Does that scare you? That all the running backs are coming off, and now.
Well, if they want one that's a fit for their team, there's 3. Again, they're strong. Isaiah Spiller, Cameron Harris. All 3 are perfect fits for their team. Perfect fit for this team.
But with all the running backs coming off the board, do you take that? Do you take that, or do you go after Zach Tom, who could be a potential Pro Bowl center?
You know what? I don't like what's out there right now. And look, I understand a lot of people are going to say, oh, you know, what about Lindstrom, the center out of Boston College? You know, we got his offensive line coach. I don't know what people saw in him. And I know that Simon Klein doesn't particularly like him. So, I don't know if he's any good. Is he an upgrade over Michael Dieter? I'm not sure. And if you're not sure he's an upgrade over Michael Dieter, then what would you say? So, yeah, I would say absolutely on Zach Tom. Zach Tom is an upgrade, I think, over Michael Dieter. I think he could play right away. Absolutely. So he could. Yeah, I'd probably take Zach Tom. I'd probably take Zach Tom.
Justin Segura says, Alf, Don Aponte live. Yo, you lucky dog.
Aponte. Yeah. You remember there was actually a rumor that she was dating like a front office member, and it was all completely made up from stuff that jag off on the internet. Two Browns took David Bell at 99. No opinion. I'm completely out on this part of the class at this point for 102. So, you know, I really don't like what's on the board here for 102 for a wide receiver. Like I said, look, I'll tell you what's on my board. Okay? Zach Tom. You got Tindall. Edge players, you got Bonito and Ojabo. Running backs, you got Peter Strong. I almost called him PJ Still. That's bad. Isaiah Spiller, Cameron Harris. Tight end, Jeremy Rucker. That's my board. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. So the board's shaking out okay. And we're a pick away. We're a pick away from 100.
Is there a chance to see?
Miami is right there.
Would you say there's a chance that the Dolphins play into the third round after the third round pick?
After this pick, do you think that they might trade in to get another player?
To get another player?
Well, look, if you like my board, okay? If you like my board, like let's say I'm in charge of the Dolphins. If I'm in charge of the Dolphins, these are guys that I think are acceptable at 102. Pierre Strong, Isaiah Spiller, Cameron Harris, Jeremy Rucker, Bonito, Ojabo, Tindall, Tom. That's 7 guys. If you got 7 guys that you're happy with at 102, yeah, why not trade back into the third round and get another one of them guys? You see? I have no opinion on Mike Sanders, which is to say I don't care. So this is taking out well for the Dolphins, which means, of course, they're going to pick somebody that I never heard of before.
I have a very strong feeling that is going to happen.
We shall see.
We have named how many players did you name? 5 players. 7 that you would be interested in.
That I'm happy with.
Okay. Moment of truth, guys. What do you think the pick is going to be? Let us know what you think the pick is going to be. We should give a prize away.
Ooh.
We should give a prize away to whoever wins.
A prize?
Yeah.
You pay for it?
Where we send them?
I don't know. No price.
No prize. Sorry, I've said no
This is
prize.
a disaster to try to get on here. It's almost impossible.
All right.
Well, tell us who you want. Just tell us
Yeah,
who you
we
want
got
in
Punt
the chat.
God, Filler, Tom, or Tindall.
Look, that's just an interesting one. Okay, roll O. All right, stack. Okay, now he says Zach Thomas. All right, there is a Zach Thomas in this draft that I absolutely like, but I like him.
Because of his name?
No, I like him because he's a hell of a fucking player. Okay, and he's a perfect fit for our system also. But he's the guy that should go 6th round. You might have a shot at getting him, as a UDFA. So, in fact, look him up on Simon's draft guide to see where he has Zach Thomas.
All right, let's see.
I'd be very interested to see where he ranks him.
It's not loading for me.
He should be one of the tackles.
Thank you.
Okay? The Jets are making a pick at 101, and the Dolphins will be on the clock in these seconds. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's looking like it's pretty much unanimous. Yeah, everybody wants that comp.
I think Zach Tom makes the most sense. My only worry is that all these running backs are coming off the board, so you might go after running back, pick one while you can.
All right, did you find Zach Thomas, by the way?
No, I can't pull up this thing. Yeah, I'll pull it up. Here.
Did you find Zach Thomas? Oh, what the hell's wrong with Nick Bonito? Like this is the guy that can play. Like, would you be happy with Nick Bonito? Nick Bonito makes sense. Then you could play him as an edge rusher, okay, as a specialist, and then you could kick in Caleb Phillips and Emmanuel Ogba every once in a while with the 3 technique. So, yeah, absolutely. That's the guy I would like as well. David Ajabo is also a fine player, too.
Okay, you wanted Zach Tom, correct?
Yeah. Well, Zach Thomas is number 3, but no, look up Zachary Thomas. See where he ranks. See where Simon Clancy ranks. Zachary Thomas. All right, pick is in for the Jets, and as soon as the pick is in, the Dolphins will be on the clock. Zachary Thomas should be listed as a guard on Simon's draft guide. Yep, no, he doesn't have him. He's got him ranked. That's interesting. That's interesting. Here comes the Jets to make a pick. Not can the Jets keep their roll going? Oh my God. They picked Jeremy Ruckert. That's a very good pick. But did he just call him the New Jersey Jets? You heard it, right?
I think he said that, yeah.
Jeremy Ruckert's a hell of a player. Hey, the Jets are having a draft, man.
They're having a great draft.
They just took my number 2 tight end. Okay? Yeah, just a killing this draft. Okay? I'm not going to lie. This has been a spectacular draft by the Jets.
I think they've had a great draft.
Very, very good draft. They got a top 3 guy at every single position that they've taken so far, in my opinion. And with that, the Dolphins are on the clock.
All right, moment of truth. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
what do you want? Tell us who you want. All right, Nick Bonito got picked. Change $10 is what some guys want. No tipping of the picks, by the way. All right, pick is in for the Miami Dolphins at 102.
Oh, they knew exactly who they wanted.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, guys, moment of truth.
And of course, they're gonna go to a commercial. But Larry Zonka is going to announce the pick.
Last second to get your choice in, guys. You gotta speak it into existence.
Zach Thomas? You think it's Zach Thomas? Or is that the Pierre Strong? Cameron Harris?
It's not Pierre Strong.
Yeah, Pierre Strong is not a guy like they really like fell over themselves to talk to and scout, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not Pierre Strong. I think it's gonna be.
And here we go. And they're showing the Dolphins fans.
Three picks to go on night six.
Insane. There you go. Show them the ring,
All right.
Larry.
I haven't been this excited since we had the fifth overall pick when we picked this. This is the third
We
round.
actually made it. We actually made it to our pick.
I see. Yes, yes. We got our guy.
All right, let's see who they have. There he is. There he is. And we talked about it. That is a guy that will play right away. Right away. He will play right away. He'll challenge Landon Roberts for snap. This is a very, very good pick. He was on my board. He's on my board. He went to that position of need. Thumbs up, right?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I wanted something on offense.
You wanted something on offense?
Yeah, man, I wanted something on. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Defense has to get some love.
They have to get some love. I 100% agree. I am not upset. I am 100%
Where's the
not
camera?
upset.
Where's the camera?
It's in front of your webcam.
See that name right there? See it?
Tindall, we see it.
Number 2 on my board for 102 as
So
linebacker.
Simon
And
Clancy
the other guy
has.
that got taken, hold on. And the other guy that got taken early in the second round. So, according to my board, we killed this thing. We got the highest rated guy at the position on my board.
According to Alf's board.
That's according to my board.
All right.
And that's the only board that matters right now because I'm the one who has the microphone.
All right. So Simon,
Okay, what does
who
Simon say about
you allude to a lot.
Okay,
he
I
has-
like Simon a lot, unless he has them like ranked badly, then he don't know.
He has him as the third ranked linebacker.
Awesome.
So for a
Read what he says
third round
about him.
pick,
Read what he says about him so the fans can get a
you want the skinny?
Yes.
All right. So the skinny on Channing Tindall is that Tindall is viewed as the third wheel of a remarkable Georgia linebacker group, a fundamentally sound downhill Mike who's flying under the radar but possesses outstanding speed, even better sideline to sideline ability, and has some coverage ability with backs and tight ends. Draft this kid was the last sentence in the skinny. I think Simon likes this kid.
Yep.
All right. I mean, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. All right. So everybody got their guys. Everybody happy?
Yeah, you gotta be happy. And the next time the Dolphins make a pick is tomorrow. Okay. So we actually vamped and got here But we got a guy. Look, again, I was bored. Look at it. Right there, Tindall, number 2 ranked linebacker on my board. So you got to be happy with it. All right, we're going to be getting out of here.
Tindall ran a 4.47 in the 40-yard dash.
A what?
A 4.47.
The combine, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, thank you for bearing with us, man. It was a pain in the ass to try to get this live stream on, but we managed to get it on. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some information. According again, my board. According to my board, we got a pretty highly rated player. Simon Clancy has him as the 3rd-ranked interior linebacker. So, yeah, this is up. Like, this is the guy that will play right away. Like, he's going to challenge Landon Roberts for snap. Like, he will play. So, you got to be happy with that.
Yo.
All right, Matthew. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, Ben.
We got here. We made it.
Ben, go eat a. I don't want to say the word, but now he's making fun of you, man.
Who?
Ben. He called me. Charles Barkley.
Actually, no, Ben. It wasn't written on the back of a tennis receipt. It was just a random piece of paper that I found here on the floor. Oh, there you have it.
Final words. We had a great pick. Third best linebacker in day 3.
You gotta be happy with it.
Gotta be happy.
I wrote this when I got here. I sat down, right? I made a list. On my list, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I have a question.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 guys. I had 17 guys on my quote-unquote board that I was going to be happy with at 102. Tindall was the highest rated guy out of those 17 guys at his position. I had him as the number 2 linebacker. So, you got to be happy. You got to be happy. It's a good pick.
With the last 2 picks, what do you want taken?
Then they got to take the running back that they want, right? Somebody to develop, right?
Do you want a running back?
Cameron Harris, look, he'll be there at 125 if they want him.
He might go undrafted, no?
Cameron Harris? I don't think so. I don't know how you let a guy that runs like he does go undrafted, but it happens all the time, right? Especially for the running backs, right? So who knows? They have to have a plan at 125. I would hope that they're gonna take the running back. They should take the
what's the last position you want with the last pick that we have available? Or it doesn't have to. It can be any order. But you want a running back, and what else do you want before?
No tackle. I'm out on the entire offensive line. If you can get Zach Tom at 125, you run up there with the Cardinals. Okay, like that's a no-brainer. I don't see how Zach Tom is not the BPA at 125. Like he should be the BPA at 125. I guess we're just gonna stick around here until they make the final selection. Is this the final selection here coming up?
I think so.
It is. We'll stick around till the last pick. 0 opinion of Danny Gray. I'm out on the entire wide receiver group in this area of the draft. And that concludes the 3rd round of the 2022 NFL draft. Look for me tomorrow. I will be on with Sam. He has a show in the morning. He has a cash 1,000. Look for his promo. I'll be one of those 1,000 on there. Matt, I guess look for him on some Heat-related stuff going forward. Are you going to be doing anything Heat-related, or are you going to be doing anything Dolphin-related?
I'm going to do a little bit of everything. So just follow me on Twitter, @SimbaOfSports.
Yeah, get a follower.
We're going to get a lot of stuff.
Simba of Sports, right?
Yes.
Go follow him. He should have 10,000 followers. Or 8,490. He has a little less than me.
Get me to 500 first, and then we'll start talking.
All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. There is no more. Talk to you when I talk to you. Maybe a podcast on Monday with the full cast. Maybe we'll talk about Tennessee on that. But until then.
Later, guys.